Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Technical Guru. So today we will know about the capacitor and its capacitance. So in this video I will cover what is a capacitor and how to calculate the capacitance of a capacitor, then the dielectric constant, then what are the types of capacitors, then what are the standard capacitor values those are available in the market, and what is the time coefficient, what is the temperature coefficient. So what is a capacitor? Capacitor is a device which stores the charge. That means when in a circuit a capacitor is connected, that stores some charge. If for some instance if the voltage flow is stopped, that means suppose in this circuit if this voltage is open, this voltage source is open, then also through this capacitor some charge is flowing. That means the stored charge will flow in this circuit and the circuit will run through this capacitor. So the charge is denoted by Q. So Q equal to C into V, or C is the capacitance of the capacitor, which can be derived as C equals to Q by V. V is the supplied voltage or the applied voltage in the circuit. So this is just similar to the Ohm's law, C equals to Q by V. And the unit of the capacitance is farad. Farad is a very means high. So mostly the capacitance is denoted by microfarad or picofarad. And 1 farad, it stores 1 coulomb of charge if 1 volt of voltage is applied across the terminal. So the factors which are affecting the capacitance are area, the space, and the dielectric constant. So what is the area of the capacitance? See, this is a construction of the capacitor in which we can see two metal plates are there. This is one metal plate, this is another metal plate. In between two metals, one dielectric is there. So here in this example, the dielectric material is air, and these two terminals are lead. Two terminals are lead, two metal plates are there, which is a conducting material, and in between dielectric material is there. Other than the air, other dielectric material is also there. In the next slides we will know what are the other dielectric material. So this is a basic representation of capacitor in a circuit. Then effect of area on capacitor. The area, what is the area? Area means this is a, suppose this is a capacitor which area is A, and this is a capacitor represented by 4A. That means this capacitor area is 4 times as the first capacitor. The capacitance is directly proportional to the amount of charge, and the capacitance is directly proportional to the area of the plate, area of the dielectric plate. So as the area increases, the capacitance value will also increase. That means if the charge here is Q and here area is increased by 4 times, then charge will be 4Q, directly proportional. That means here here the charge is Q, and here the charge is increased by 4 times, that is 4Q. Then we will see the what is the area, what is the effect of the space on the capacitance. Space means the distance between the two terminals, that is known as the space. If the distance between two terminal is reduced, then the charge will be high. That means more electron will pass through the circuit. The capacitance is inversely proportional to the distance between the plates. As the plate move close together, the force of attraction between the opposite charge will be greater, and double the distance of the plate, the capacitance will become half. That means when the distance between the two plates, when distance between two dielectric plates will be less, in this case, then more charge will flow. If the distance between two plates will be more, then the flow of charge is less. Then the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. The capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor is directly proportional to the area and inversely proportional to the distance between the plate, or that is known as plate separation, which depend on a constant, that is a value is dielectric value, and which is denoted by E, that is epsilon. So C is the capacitance value equals to epsilon A by D. Here this is the value of the epsilon. Epsilon equal to epsilon R into epsilon 0. Epsilon is predefined. Epsilon 0 value is predefined. And though the farad, earlier I said, though the farad is a very large unit, it is denoted by microfarad or picofarad. Then these are the other dielectric constants. So here epsilon equals to epsilon R into epsilon 0, and C equals to epsilon R into capacitance 0. That means the initial capacitance in the circuit. Then the material, according to the material, here the epsilon values are given, which is a dielectric constant. So you can see the vacuum has the dielectric constant 1 and air has 1.006, just nearby to the vacuum, and the other dielectric constant are higher than air. These dielectric constants, all values are very high than the air. So according to the material, the dielectric constants are given. Then we come to types of capacitor. Basically, there are types of capacitors are fixed and variable types of capacitors, and then we will see the fixed capacitors are often identified by their dielectric, means it depends on the dielectric material. If ceramic is used, then it's known as ceramic capacitor. If paper is used, then it's known as paper capacitor. If plastic is used, then it's known as plastic capacitor. Likewise, mica capacitor, aluminum capacitor, or tantalum oxide capacitor. Then electrolytic capacitors, the large capacitance at low cost and have a very high shelf life. The electrolytic capacitors has the large capacitance values which are used in the circuits. And the surface mount capacitors. The surface mount capacitors are soldered directly onto the PCB, and these are extremely small but high packaging density. Then the variable capacitors and the supercapacitors. Here we can see some of the capacitors. This is the ceramic one, and other one also there. These are the other capacitors. Then we come to the fixed type of capacitor. The fixed type of capacitors, the ceramic capacitor, plastic film capacitor, the mica capacitor, electrolytic capacitor, and the surface mount capacitors come under the fixed type capacitors. In the ceramic capacitors, the permittivity varies widely, and the vacuum change little with temperature, voltage, or aging of the capacitor. Then the plastic film capacitor, mica capacitor are very low cost and low leakage and good stability, and the electrolytic capacitor has the large capacitance, as I said earlier, and these are polarized. Then we come to the variable capacitors. These variable capacitors used to tune a radio. They have stationary plates and movable plates also. and the combined and mounted on a shaft. They can be combined and mounted on a shaft. A trimmer or padder capacitor is used to make fine adjustments in the circuit. Then we come to the supercapacitors. The supercapacitors are also known as the ultra capacitors. These values can be extended up to hundreds of farads and more also. So these are used in GPS antennas and some of the medical equipments and some security systems, and also some power sources. They can be used as some power sources. And the voltage rating also in typically in some volts. You can see when you buy capacitors from shop, then there is a voltage rating written on the capacitor. Why this voltage rating is written? Because when a high voltage will flow, the capacitor may burn out. So the voltage rating always written mentioned on a capacitor, so that you can know how much amount of voltage the capacitor can resist. These are some standard capacitor values which you can get in a market. Those are 0.1 microfarad, 0.22. There are some specific mentioned values, and these are all manufactured earlier, so that it will be when a user goes to buy a capacitor, the values are very specific, and these are some of the values of the capacitors which are available in the market. Then one factor is there according to which the capacitance value also change. So that is temperature coefficient. So it can be of three types. So that is one, zero temperature coefficient, positive temperature coefficient, and negative temperature coefficient. When there is zero temperature coefficient, the capacitance remains constant. That means it doesn't change its value. When it is a negative temperature coefficient, the capacitance decreases with increasing temperature. That means if the temperature in the circuit will increase, then the capacitance value will decrease. And what is positive temperature coefficient? It is exactly opposite. When the capacitance increases, that means if the temperature increases in the circuit, the capacitance also increases in the circuit. I'm sorry, the negative temperature coefficient is when the temperature increases, then the capacitance decreases. And if the positive temperature coefficient, then the capacitance increases with the increase in temperature. So that's all for capacitance. Then in the next video, we will see some other electronic component. So thank you so much. Hope you like the video.